7 days a week to master Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so day 1, which was Christmas time, because that's when I got Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Shout out to my gran for that. The first thing to note is I already had some weapons leveled up slightly, and I had some other gun skins simply because of Warzone. So I was completely starting from scratch, but I was still relatively starting from scratch compared to everyone else. So I had done a few things. I played the zombies actually. I just went and battled a zombie. It's quite funny, but what I decided to do was I wanted to max out the XM4 because I knew that was the meta assault rifle. So that was the first thing I did. I started trying to, because I knew that was the meta. Now, the one thing I have with these kind of challenges is they can be really demotivating. Things don't go well at the start. And the other thing is, I knew about skill-based matchmaking. So I knew that this was basically meaningless. So, yes, I started from scratch, but skill-based matchmaking was going to ruin me. Okay, day 1 that they call journal. Thing to learn: the headsets are massive for hearing. The red dot is better than the hollow optic. Landing headshots is important, so aim for the head. These are very obvious, I know. Weaknesses I have is centering / crosshair placement, game sense, and movement in gunfights. So that's the notes of day 1. Now that we're on day 2 though, invader routine. So I'm going to do crosshair placement drills, then aim practice on bots, and then WT multiplayer games I'm learning from each death. You'll see that later. Straight into day 2, no dilly-dallying. I started doing the routine which was in the day 1 notes. This was very good as it warmed me up quite well. But you'd see that this would start to make my gameplay worse as time goes on with this whole routine thing I did. But at the start, it was quite good. I was getting to my accuracy quite well, and the aiming was very good. Also, I don't do Kovacs or aim labs, so this was very good. The only time I'd ever really used that would be for Fortnite, but there's quite a few aim trainers there, so I never really had a reason to use Kovacs. So we went and were doing our drills, slide cancelling round doors and aiming, and yeah, so we were done for day 2 so far. We haven't gone into any games yet, but we're getting quite warmed up. Now, what I will say is that there's 3 main things to look out for in Call of Duty to become a better player. Those being aim, movement, but most importantly game sense. Now that is my biggest weakness when it comes to any game, is game sense. Well, apart from Fortnite, I know the science of it. But the thing is Call of Duty is a completely different game to Fortnite. So I've got no clue what I'm doing when it comes to that. This is very crucial in any game to have very good game sense. So when you're starting off as a complete beginner, you won't have very good game sense, which is probably going to make this challenge the most difficult. But throughout the video, you'll soon come to realise that game sense, you don't need a drill, you just need to keep playing games. Because the more you play the game, the better your game sense improves. Also with aiming, you can do aiming drills, and with movement, I just want to slide cancel. One quick thing, if by the end of this video there's something which you notice which I need to improve, or if you've got any advice for me when playing Black Ops 6, then please let me know down in the comments. And while you're down there, if you could subscribe, that'd help me out a ton, as I'm trying to reach 1k subscribers. Hopefully by my birthday. So yeah, please subscribe. Back to the video, and after we finished the routine, we went straight into games. And so the one thing which I've definitely noticed is the headset improves a lot. I know I put that in my day one notes, but it is so crucial to have. It's not even funny. Like it's not funny just how crucial it is to have a good headset. Now obviously I recently got a new headset, so this was really good for me. Now obviously I'm solo queuing everything because I've got no friends who played Call of Duty in those 7 days because they either thought the game was dead or they didn't have it. So yeah, I was basically in the mud. But who knows? Hopefully my friends get caught or yeah, something happens. Anyway, honestly, I was definitely improving a lot, but my game sense, also like I said, not good. As you can see there, I'm throwing grenades into myself. I shouldn't be using impact grenades. I should have stuck to what I knew from Modern Warfare 3, using a Semtex. Obviously this game's a lot different though, because the Modern Warfare 3 guns don't carry over because it's a different section of the franchise. Also, though, I was quite enjoying this. Yeah, because I played Call of Duty Mobile, I already knew Nuketown, but that was about it. So all these other maps, no clue. I didn't know where to go whatsoever. But we are definitely doing quite well for day 2. We had definitely improved a lot, and we're on track to completing the camel grind for the XM4, which I must say was definitely meta. One thing I definitely needed to do was sort out my score streaks, which I will do later in the video. Of course, as any beginner would, there have been a lot of challenges to get trusted. I am not a pro at Call of Duty Day 2. I would later learn that the sweatiest game mode in Call of Duty multiplayer is probably hardpoint, because that's what ranked players more up on before going into ranked. Now I can't play ranked because you need to get 50 multiplayer wins to be eligible to play ranked. So I find really dumb. Make it like 20 or something, like how they do it in a Warzone. There's no way I should have to go and get 50 wins in multiplayer just to play ranked. Anyway, we were making swift progress in day 2 and we had gotten a lot of grinding done, getting even final kills, and we were cooking. There was still times where we weren't doing well, but I had a goal, and in multiplayer pubs I wanted to get a KD of 3 by the end of a match. So that was going to be quite difficult for me since I'm a beginner, and my gunplay is terrible. But one thing I did learn day 2 is search and destroy is a waste of your time in multiplayer unless you're warming up for ranked, knowing that the ranked playlist has search and destroy, which I find really dumb, but oh well. So yeah, day 2 though, we were doing quite well. It was quite chill, nothing too bad. Like we maybe played for like 5 hours a day. Most of these days we played for 5 hours. So in total it was roughly around 30 hours. Because as you see later in the video, things got a little bit different. But okay, so day 2, you saw the routine. So what I learned today, it's quite simple. The layout skyline requires a lot of side cancelling to get kills with a hen. Water is very open and water is great for rotating. This was probably my worst performance on this map, so gotta learn from it. I learned that you shouldn't be using ARs for rushing opponents. So Tomorrow I'm probably going to make a start on leveling up my SMGs. Weaknesses: my decision making is very poor. My knowledge of spawn points is also not there. And same with my knowledge of the maps. I've got no clue where everything is, apart from Nuketown. So, tomorrow I need to learn a lot. Day 3, or some would say round 3, but the bell hasn't went, so it's not round 3. So, we continued right off day 3. I'm not going to show the warm-up, because we'll be here all day. It makes the video way too long, because if I didn't, the video would be exactly 42 minutes and 49 seconds long, which I don't think anyone is going to watch. So, with that being said, I cut it out, but now all we've been doing is grinding camels, and as I do this voiceover, I'd like to say grinding camels isn't exactly the best method to getting better at Call of Duty. Yeah, they might look cool, and yeah, you probably want Dark Matter, but at the same time, it's not worth it, because it's a camel in a game. That isn't going to translate over to the next game unless you're playing Warzone. So there's absolutely no point in doing that. So that's why I don't grind camels anymore. But so I'm grinding camels day 3, obviously, because I'm still not realising that yet. So I'm thinking, well, this is good because it changes your aim so you hit more headshot kills. Which, yes, it does. I'm not going to say it doesn't, but I mean, I'd rather practice with the same gun over and over until I have mastered that gun, rather than just get 100 headshot kills with each gun and then leave it at that. But that simply isn't practical. And if you believe that to be practical, then you've got another thing coming. I was starting to become more familiar with the different maps. I can't name them all off by heart. Still can't. But what I will say is hardcore I didn't like. I'd rather just play core all the time. I think it just makes most sense. So even though that's the case, we are doing well. Day 3, nothing bad really happened. We're doing quite well, and we were on track to be doing quite well. Also, that would have been the 28th of December of last year, which feels actually really weird to say because we're in January 2025. If you didn't see my community post, Happy New Year. Let me know your New Year's resolutions down in the comments. But yeah, anyway, back to the video. I don't have the COD journal stuff being recorded in the video, but I'll put what I learned in day 3. The inside shot optic or reticle is really good. I found that to be quite effective. When choosing guns, the map layout matters more than the size. Maps like Nuketown, the layout of it requires fast firing guns, but another map like Stakeout would allow you to use shotguns because there's lots of cover, and they're both really small maps, so the size doesn't matter. What matters is how the map's actually laid out. I also realised on that day that grenades are vital in winning fights when you're outnumbered. You could be rushing in and you get caught in a 3v1. If you reposition and strategically place a grenade, you can kill all 3. As long as you don't have the flak jacket perk equipped, you're literally chilling. My weaknesses are found where my gunplay is quite poor. I'm missing a lot of shots and my opponents are taking advantage of it.
especially people who use the 76 and then online. My frequency of using lethals and tacticals was very poor. There wasn't very much good use of them. Obviously now, looking back, seeing how much I've improved over these 7 days, that isn't an issue. I'm using my tacticals a lot more, specifically the stim shot, which I really should have been using from the start in this. And also avoiding shotguns and snipers because they're both one shots. So snipers is, any sniper is my worst enemy at this point. So now I know how to position myself away from snipers, and I learned how to do that at a later date, aka the next day. But what I find is shotguns are really annoying. I still don't know how to deal with shotgun users. So if anyone can let me know in the comments, that would be very much appreciated. Rest of day 3 went very swimmingly, and with that we move in to day 4. 3, 2, 1, now. Day 4! And I'm going to do in a different order to how I did this the other day. So I'll tell you the things I learned, the weaknesses at the start. So what I learned, drop shots are because simply your opponent doesn't expect. Or learned, if a simple flint is behind you, yellow will appear at the bottom of your screen. That's if they are behind you. If they're to your right, at the right, left to left, and you don't need fun to you because you should be able to see it anyway. So I learned that, and I learned that the DM10 is incredibly underrated. I never heard anyone talk about the DM10, but I don't realise just how good it actually was, because it's a one-shot headshot marksman rifle, so it's very powerful to have. Kind of like how the Car 98 was, except not as powerful. Now, I have at this point got 2 gold camels, which in my opinion look the best. Now, I decided I was going to work on the and you'll see why I regret that the next day, which I like to call day crash out. But anyway, obviously we were progressing quite well. Obviously I'd started using the DM10 and I thought that this was incredible. I mean, it's strong and it could be used in Warzone actually quite effectively. The only downside to it is that it's not automatic, but nobody was expecting that anyway. You can see there from my notes, from which I'd already put, and with these things I'm putting them in. It's important that when you're new to a game and you want to improve as fast as possible, you need to put down what you learn and look over your notes before you play again, and then also review your play, aka VOD reviewing. Now, I'm gonna say this, I did watch a few videos of Black Ops 6 during this challenge, but I don't see the harm in it. If you do, then tough luck, because it's my video. But what I did learn is that the Scud map is very good for long range weapons, so I was thriving with the DM10. It was very, very powerful. That's the thing which I noticed a lot with it. Then I did cut out the warm up for this one, but this is the last time I did actually warm up in the challenge, how I usually do. So it was quite was a good warm-up routine, but at the end of the day, it's day 5, and this is the day of the crash out. And why is it that I crashed out? Because I did terrible. I'm dying to literally existence. Skill-based matchmaking had it to say. To air. I'm actually dying to every single thing. So on day 6, I had the side page out of the book of Crush 40 themselves. I didn't do anything. Straight into games, and my routine was quite simple. Live and learn. And I was playing actually a lot better. The first game, but apart from that, everything. In fact, today I ended up is that I went and I actually unlocked rank play to clear, which is really good. I was able to put my skills to a test, which I will do. All I did day 7 was ranked. Now, what I will say is routine, but at the same time, the reason why I didn't was because as much as I suck and make this my profession, game related content, what's the purpose? What's the meant to be the purpose of a video game? Truthfully, is to have fun. Fun is the reason why everybody wants to have fun in their day-to-day lives. That's these video games which they consider really good and they enjoy playing. That's simply why video games are popular. That's why gaming, nobody would consider it be a job or anything, or it's just a hobby. Instead, root to its core, as a hobby, you don't always need to try hard all the time. The point of a game is to have fun, and I should then take a break, because simply at the end of the day, it's not life or death. I can feel that way sometimes, life or death, and that's obviously I struggle with that, and everyone's struggling with time. Not everybody's just chill all the time, because, well, but when you, if you're not enjoying something, you're not good. Right. In school, because that's applies in school, applies throughout your entire day-to-day life. If a really good maths teacher, and I was enjoying doing maths. I actually looked forward to doing maths, which was strange, because I did not. At the end of that year, I got 100 on the final maths test in this one. Never gotten on a test ever after that, and I've also not fully enjoyed school. So having fun, one of the best things you can do. Obviously, Call of Duty is quite a tone of a game. Doesn't mean you know it has to be. It doesn't mean you have to try hard all the time. Sometimes all you need. So I never before day 6, I just went the game normally, as I was in the route of any game. Have fun and do well in it if you can. Based around trying to make the viewer as good as possible. It's a Call of Duty Black Ops 6, because I need to put these in. Have good movement, sense, have fun. Honestly, you're better than 99% of the players you'll face. You will not be better no matter how well you're doing. Someone will be better. Like, you shouldn't let that stop your best. So I would definitely do now, just grinding to get the 51s. I'm reasonably and get the 51s. So once the 50 wins, all I will be doing is playing this point, because this is where I have a mastered multiplayer, or do I still have, or what the result of the challenges in general. At this point, I don't think I have. I was playing really well, which of course led me to enjoying the game more, which then started a cycle where I just kept playing well, enjoying more, and I was playing players probably better than me, and I was still putting up good time against them. I was able to put up quite a fight, and in one of the earlier games, I was actually able. In fact, actually, I think it was day 4. I managed to get my goal of KD of 3 in multiplayer, so I was quite happy with myself for that. But of course, a KD of 3, I mean, it's alright for a beginner, I guess, but still not the best you can do, so I still need to look and sort that out. But we now officially reached the climax of the video. Yes, it's day 6, but we now reached ranked play, so got to see what happens. Now, in ranked play there's 3 game modes: control, search and destroy, and hardpoint. I'm only good at hardpoint, and that's going to be an issue for me. But at the time of recording, also this is a while after the challenge has been done, I was able to get to silver 1 by now, so I'm quite proud of myself for that. Also, I'm not playing this game full time, like it's a full time job, because I make content on other games on my channel, so I've got a lot of stuff to do, so I can't exactly do that right now. But after this game finishes, I'll put up a counter, or no, not a counter, but a score of wins to losses, and we can see then at the end of the video what it was. But we win the first one, and now, just like that, there's a counter. We have reached day 7, and this is the final day, so I decided to warm up in the firing range, and I think it was kind of sufficient. But once again to the games, I'll stop talking because I've been talking practically for half an hour, and you can watch it all unfold. So with that, I'll shut up. I'll let the montage begin.